Travel chaos continues for another day as Southwest cancels more than 2,300 flights this morning.
And we're learning Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg was warned a meltdown like this was bound to happen.
Peter Doocy joins us live from the White House with more. Peter, what do we need to know?
Well, it's interesting this morning because the airlines are already one of the most regulated industries in the country. So there are these new questions about why it is the feds are being so reactive to the Southwest meltdown and why they weren't more proactive.
Southwest wasn't prepared. And unfortunately, this has been a decade in the making. We have sounded alarm bells. We have tried to get them to change processes, but it's a combination of processes, outdated technology, and infrastructure.
So the numbers just are not getting much better. Another 2,300 Southwest flights straight up canceled. New York's Attorney General may have seen this coming before the feds did. Letitia James wrote to Pete Buttigieg, "I write out of concern for the deeply troubling and escalating pattern of airlines delaying and canceling flights over the past several months, particularly over holiday weekends." That was in August. And then Buttigieg shrugged off concerns a month later in September.
Will be sorted in time for the holidays.
I think it's going to get better by the holidays. We're really pressing the airlines to deliver better service.
That just did not happen. And Southwest is apologetic, but it's unclear this morning how much a contrite tweet is providing comfort to someone who is sleeping on the floor of an airport.
I think that's safe to say. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it.
Hey, Peter, real quick. We heard from Pete Buttigieg. He was on Capitol Hill. He was tweeting the other day. Has he been there at the White House? Have you seen any sights of Secretary Buttigieg?
No, we have not seen him here at the White House. But in fairness, there's really nobody from the administration here at the White House. I know that there are some folks. They usually like it when the president leaves town because they can actually get stuff done. But it seems like this time between Christmas and New Year's, a lot of folks are home working remotely.
That's right. I forgot the president is in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands.
Although in fairness, he probably goes to bed at like 5 p.m. every night. But thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
But, you know, and let's take a listen real quick, just to set this all up, to understand how bad all this is. Let's listen to some of these travelers who have been stuck, who have not been able to get their flights, just this frustration. Listen.
I was supposed to fly out on Christmas Eve, December 24th, and Southwest just canceled me with no notice, and now I've been canceled 3 times.
You'd think they would have been aware of that before this busy holiday season. We're obviously disappointed in Southwest.
We feel very angry because we already have everything planned for our Christmas vacation. It didn't come right.
It didn't happen.
Because it's a Southwest airline.
If they cancel this flight here, we're stuck here another day. So now I got to hopefully find another hotel, pay for more food, more cabs, you know, just a lot of other things, pay for people to keep watching our house for longer.
Let me tell you something, guys. If you would have interviewed me when my bag was lost back Sunday night, I wouldn't have looked like that. Those people impressed me with their demeanor. I would have been, you know, when the tornado comes through the trailer park kind of thing, like I would have been in complete disarray, so upset. I was, and not mad, just that feeling of hopelessness. Like, for me, it was a bag because my clothes have to be tailored to my legs, so that's an important thing. But for these people, it's getting their physical self somewhere. And with the bag mishap, that's not just a Southwest problem. And these airlines have the opportunity to predict this in a lot of ways, but they choose not to. They could put out advisories. They text my phone 1,000,000 times to let me know my plane changed gates. They could let me know, hey, for the next 2 months, everyone is packing heavy bags. They're bringing more checked baggage than normal. It's high traffic, plus there's weather. Try to pack light. Just that kind of advisory would have helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, look, I want to go back to Secretary Buttigieg saying that he's now going to look into this and hold Southwest accountable. And in fairness to Southwest, I mean, They, more than anybody, are embarrassed. They have to be by this. They want to right the ship more than anybody. Obviously, the damage to their reputation over this holiday incident is going to last far beyond this New Year's. It's going to go. People are going to look at this and say, "Man, I'm not going to buy Southwest." However, it's worth, if you listen to the Southwest Pilot Association president, here's what he said about not being really fully prepared. Take a listen to this.
Southwest wasn't prepared. And unfortunately, this has been a decade in the making. We have sounded alarm bells. We have tried to get them to change processes, but it's a combination of processes, outdated technology, and infrastructure. When one domino falls, it creates so many other issues. We start each day with enough pilots, flight attendants, ramp agents, customer service agents there to do the job. But once one interruption occurs, it's those processes that cause the need for so many more people. And that's kind of the efficiency and the problem with the processes.
Well, and I was reading into this, and it does seem to be like a total breakdown on a variety of levels. One, their point-to-point system, the way they do flying in terms of like they do these various consecutive flights and pick up new crew along the way. So if one gets messed up, it has this cascading effect. Also, they have an antiquated scheduling system compared to other airlines. So there's a series of errors that have happened here. And, you know, the problem is for a lot of these flyers, you know, with the way that the policies are, it's really hard to bring recourse against a lot of these airlines. So Department of Transportation, they can implement fines, they can implement penalties. So I hope they do so. I think Southwest is deserving of that. But don't you guys feel like it seems like ever since COVID, everything is dysfunctional in this country? Nothing runs properly anymore. You've got, you know, I've got a girlfriend who one of my best friends just had a baby, having trouble getting baby formula. You know, there's a lack of Tylenol for children. You look at things like this, it just seems like nothing functions as it should anymore. And it's embarrassing because we are the United States of America, and there just seems to be an absolute breakdown on every level in the country right now.
Well, I mean, speaking of COVID, pilots were told, go ahead and retire. Go ahead and leave with no
get the vaccine, even if you don't want it.
Exactly, or they were told not to come to work because of the vaccine if a company had that policy in place. So COVID did have a big effect on staffing and on people, just the amount of people that could fly a plane, attend a runway, move baggage. COVID had a lasting effect on us, and you know, with Title 42 going on, the different parties think differently about COVID today. I'm not sure what's going on there, but.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.